Hey, thanks for letting me come into your briefing today and take a few minutes of your time. I really appreciate it. My name is Patrick Rice. I'm the founder of the Blue Family Tree. Maybe you've heard of us on your favorite Facebook law enforcement support page, or maybe you've gotten some correspondence with us from email or mail. At any rate, somebody in your agency has come across us and asked to share us with your briefing today, so I greatly appreciate the exposure. A little bit about myself. I've been a Colorado cop since 1998. I worked for a county, I've worked for a PD, and now I work for the State Patrol. I've been everything from a narcotics detective to a fatal traffic accident investigator, and now I'm a motor cop for the state. So I've seen quite a bit over my years. I've been to a lot of funerals, and I've always wanted to do something to keep these families of these fallen officers around and involved, because I know that our families are unique as well, and they just don't naturally blend with the rest of the community very well. So I wanted a way to keep them in our family and give back to them a gift for what they've sacrificed. My wife and I initially thought, well, here's somebody who's represented on Officer Down Memorial page. Our heart went out to them. We thought, let's give them $50. And then we realized there's 130 a year. We can't possibly give $50 to all of them. We just don't have that money. We can't even do $20. We're a law enforcement family. And then we thought, well, how many other officers around the country want to give 50 or 20 but simply can't do it, and so they do nothing at all, just like we had done nothing at all for years. And then I thought, why don't we pool our collective gift together? So we created the Blue Family Tree. The idea is that every officer across the country who chooses to donate to families of fallen officers can give $10 a month, $120 a year. I can manage that. That's within my wheelhouse. So when everybody gives $120 a year at the end of each calendar year, that money is evenly distributed amongst the families that are represented on Officer Down Memorial page in that same year. So it could be a pretty substantial gift, depending on how many of us choose to give to these families. And remember, this is a gift, not a benefit. It's something for the family to be able to go and use because they deserve it. So that's the premise of the primary mission of the Blue Family Tree. But we've also created an education piece. My board and I sat down and we reviewed every law enforcement death from 1977 to 2017. We took that 40-year study and we looked at factors that led to each and every one of those deaths. And then we looked at where those factors are present in today's law enforcement and how we can mitigate those factors moving forward. With this presentation, we can take it to your agency, and we can help reduce the factors that lead to line of duty death for you and your partners, and reduce your agency's liability. If you're interested in having us come out and do a presentation at your agency, you can email us at applications@thebluefamilytree.org. You can also text TBFT to 22828. That's 22828 right now, and type TBFT, and that will prompt you to give your email address, and then you'll start receiving our newsletter, which will tell you where we're having presentations and what we're doing next, where you can find us. We have a Bridge the Gap program. The Bridge the Gap program is designed to keep these families with us, and the idea here is that the interest bared off of the accounts as these donations roll in goes to the GoFundMe, to the Bridge the Gap program. And so the idea is, if Officer A and Officer B are having lunch one day and Officer A says, man, I got this thing I'm gonna do for my daughter when she turns 17, I got it all lined out. He gives his friend all the details. And then Officer A passes away a few months later. In the line of duty or off duty for this particular program, then Officer B can contact the Blue Family Tree, share the story, and the Blue Family Tree can elect to send the funds to complete that story. But they won't just give the funds to the daughter or to the widow. They'll give the funds to a member of the agency, likely the one that applied, and have them carry out that wish in place of the fallen officer, thus keeping the family with the agency at least for a little bit longer. We also want to be the GoFundMe for law enforcement. If you have somebody in your agency who needs assistance financially, come to us. We can arrange a donation page on our website, and donations can be given there, and you're guaranteed 100% of the funds that are donated are going to go back into your law enforcement family. Now, albeit I won't sit here and tell you that we don't have overhead costs. We do, but they're much, much smaller than the GoFundMe. And we try and fulfill those overhead costs with our interest that we bear. They're very low costs, and so even if some percentage is taken out on these GoFundMe style donation campaigns, you know it's going back into your law enforcement community, at least through supporting the Blue Family Tree, and then the rest is going to where you're trying to affect. We have a family reunion that we do every year. So far we've done one with the Honor Flag. We're about to do one with the Leo Weekend in New York. And we try and get together families of law enforcement from across the nation to do things together, to maybe just stay in a hotel and have a drink together in the evening and then go off and do your own thing during the day. They're very relaxed. But the idea is that we can kind of pool together for vacations. And then finally, we do a lot of partner networking. On our newsletter that you can get at the 22828 text TPFT, we highlight another nonprofit every month. And by doing so, we've actually put together a pretty good resource for law enforcement. So if there's anything that you need, feel free to contact the Blue Family Tree and ask, from mental health to physical health, and anything in between, tactics-wise, or any kind of organization or agency that you think might be out there. We probably have found them and have them in our list of resources and partnerships. So here's what we need from you today. Hopefully the person who's invited me into your briefing has a computer there and we can knock this out right now. If not, you guys can hop on your smartphones and we can take care of this right now just the same. So you'll go to thebluefamilytree.org. Don't forget the. Once you get to thebluefamilytree.org, you can hover over donating on the top of the menu bar. When you hover over donating, you can click on monthly donations. Once you click on monthly donations, click the donate tab, and then follow the prompts to begin your donations to families of fallen peace officers. Or if you're not quite ready for a monthly commitment, but you feel like you really need to do something right now, you can hover over that same making donations tab and click on make a one-time donation and follow those prompts. Also, if you shop on Amazon Prime, or if you shop at Kroger grocery stores, you can sign up so that the Blue Family Tree benefits from every penny that you spend shopping. There's a reward from both of those organizations that comes back to nonprofit of your choice, and the Blue Family Tree is signed up with both of those organizations. So please go like us on Facebook at the Blue Family Tree. We're also on Twitter and Instagram. And I appreciate everything that you all are doing tonight. Be safe out there on the street.
Danny boy, the pipes are calling from glen to glen.